Hey guys, I'm Bhumika. How are you all doing? So this is my second video on my YouTube channel. So today we'll be making a very cool game, that is Beetle in the Maze game. So let's get started. So as you can see, here are various palettes that are visible. I would like to tell you that I've made this game using Pictoblox, and the link to download the Pictoblox is given in the description box below. You can go there and download it. So let's come to the understanding part. I'll just give a brief talk about this Pictoblox. Okay, so here are, as you can see, there are various palettes, and under each palette there are particular blocks related to that particular palette. Okay, so if I click this looks palette, I'll be directed to a list of blocks that are purple in color, as the same as the color with the palette I chose. So looks, if you talk about the sound obviously you can think of, like, obviously you can understand that it might be related to the sounds that will be played or stopped, or its pitch or volume would be changed, so everything like that. Okay, so you can identify the blocks according to their palettes. Okay, so this is a very interesting game that I've made today. So this is an extension, artificial intelligence extension. I've downloaded it from this add extension button at the bottom left of your screen. There are various extensions. I've just used the artificial intelligence just because I required it for my video to be turned on, like you can see here. Okay, so let's come to the coding part. So as you already know that this is a sprite. Okay, I'll show you my screen. This is my stage, this is my script area where I'm writing the codes, and this is the Beetle. That is the sprite. That is like, sprite is the name that is called in the programming language. Yeah, so here are you can choose sprites from this choose a sprite option. There you'll be directed to a page where you have multiple sprites which you can choose on your own. Okay, next is the backdrops. You can choose the backdrop or even upload it or even paint it on your own, and same is the case with the sprite. You can upload it, choose it from the already given sprites, or you can paint it on your own. Okay, so I have chosen three backdrops which you'll be seeing in my coding only in my program. Okay, so this block I've used, this first one, this recognize image features an image after 5 seconds. This I've used just for my image, as I told you. Okay, so let's come to the main part. This is when the green flag is clicked, switch backdrop to maze and show. So what this particularly means, which green flag are we talking about? So this green flag is this one. Okay, so this block is, I have taken, I'll show it to you practically. I have just clicked on the events palette. I've picked up the when green flag clicked button, sorry, the block, and then I have picked up these two from the looks palette. As you can identify from the color only, that the looks palette is also purple in color, and these blocks also. Okay, so these blue blocks are from the motion, because as you even can see that it is related to the motion, like how they're moving or whatever their direction or whatever like that. Okay, next is this one. So you might be confused in this one and this one, the events and control palette. Events palette is yellow in color, and the control palette is a bit of muddy shade in color. Okay, so don't get confused into it. There is a huge big difference between both of them. So when green flag is clicked, switch backdrop to maze. I have chosen a backdrop maze for my game. That is this backdrop yellow one which you can see. And show. Show is for the sprite. Okay, which sprite we are talking about? The Beetle. So my Beetle will be shown here. My sprite will, you will be able to like to see my sprite, and the backdrop will switch to maze. Okay, so next is when green flag clicked, glide and point in direction. First of all, I'd like to tell you that never ever go on the size of the codes. It's nothing like that. The codes are too long or too short. Code is a code. Okay, so just don't like go on its size, because it's very interesting, and I'm damn sure you'll be able to do it after my video. After seeing my video, you'll be able to do it on your own. So when the green flag clicked, glide 0.5 seconds to X and Y. So X axis and Y axis, you already know that X axis is a bit kind of like this one, like this one, like the x-axis is like this, left to right, and the y-axis is top to bottom. Okay, so I have set the set its axis, and glide means glide, I think you already know that. See here, I'll show it to you practically. When I click the green flag, my beetle comes here, it glides towards here. Glide means like coming from a particular position to whichever position we have decided to give it. Okay, so next is pointed direction. Pointed direction, you can see here also direction box is given. You can change its direction as per your choice. See, I can even go it towards the 90. Just a minute. Okay, so I can even change it to this side, even this side, or this, or whichever side I want. Okay, so now I have chosen 0 because I need it so that it like I'm able to watch it in a straight manner. Just for that, I've kept its direction 0. Next is set size to 65%. Set size, you can even change it here, no need to give it there. Okay, so but yeah, for the direction you must give it, not for the size it's necessary. Okay, size I've even kept at 65 here and even there. Okay, so 65 is the size. You can change it, like if I do it 100, see here how big it is. So I've kept it 65 according to my maze, the size of my maze. Okay, next is the forever block. Forever block is a very new one and a very important one too. Okay, so under the forever block, you can see if I like distribute them into various parts, you'll be able to see that there is a forever block. Under that, I kept this if then block, under which I have kept many more blocks, and under this one if then block also I've kept many blocks. So what is this particularly for? I'll tell you. So see here, if touching color black, then what happens? Okay, so if I touch the color black, if like, I am not mean myself, I mean the sprite. If my sprite touches this black color, which black color I'm talking about? I'm talking about the maze lines, which you can see. Okay, so we cannot give that if my sprite touches the maze lines, because the computer will not understand what we are talking about. Okay, so we have to just like it is a programming language, so obviously we'll have to give it that if touching color black, you can even change the color. Like for the apple, I've even given if touching color red is for the apple, then switch backdrop to victory, that you have won the game. Okay, if touching color black, then it will glide to its real position from where we started the game. Again, it will point in the 0 direction, that is straight, and switch the backdrop to loose and hide. Hide is for hiding the sprite, because I don't need when my backdrop has switched to loose, because obviously I'll show you. See here, like I've touched this black line. Okay, so what will happen is, actually my video is turned on, so it will not be working. I'll show you afterwards what will happen. Okay, the backdrop will be switched to the loose one. Okay, and hide, yeah, my sprite will get hide. Okay, because I don't want to, there's no need to show it at that time. Next, see here, so this I've placed in the forever block so that this thing happens regularly, that whenever it touches the color black, this thing happens. Next, again I've taken an if then block. This if then block, you might be thinking from where I've taken, it's from the control palette. Okay, you can see here even the forever one and the if then one. Don't take this if then else, because this is particularly meant for another purpose. So you have to just take the if then. So if touching color red, this touching color part, you might be thinking from where I've taken, it's from the sensing motion, the sensing part. So like it's sensing, like you know, we have 5 sense organs, so it's simply like that. If I touch it, okay, so if my sprite touches the color red, which means if it touches the color red, which means that if touches the color I mean the apple, then it'll switch the backdrop to the victory. Okay, I'll show you which is my backdrop. It'll just go simply to the backdrops option, then again to the backdrops option at the top left, and then you can see that this is the maze, this is the lose, and this is the victory. Okay, so you can even design it on your own or even upload it, okay, from your device. I have actually uploaded it from my device, okay, because it wasn't available in the, or like already there are many backgrounds given, but it wasn't available, so I did it like that. So when the green flag is clicked, this is the last and main major part, that will be for our movements of the sprite. Okay, so when the green flag is clicked, like this green flag we are talking about, which means that when our game starts. Green flag is for starting our program. So when the green flag clicked under the forever block, you can see it has got much bigger in size. So under the forever block, what happens is, if then I've taken this if then block I've taken 4 times. Why? Because there are 4 directions which our sprite will particularly move into. First is the left, then right, then bottom and then down. Sorry, the bottom and then up. Okay, so this if key up arrow is pressed, like if my up arrow key is pressed, which is available on your keyboard, then it will point in direction 0. Like, which is the direction 0? I'll show you. See here. See, this is the 0 direction. Like it's a bit straight. Okay, next, even if I want to do it for the down arrow, as you can see, if key down arrow pressed, then point in direction 180, which is this direction. Okay, next is if key right arrow pressed, then point in direction 90. Okay, so for the right, we know that which is the right one. This is the right one, so this in this direction it will move, that is the 90. Next is if key left arrow pressed, then point in direction minus 90, that will be opposite to the 90 here. Okay, so it was exactly here. So move 10 steps is for moving it. Now don't compare these 10 steps with your 10 steps which you cover, because these 10 steps refer to 10 pixels. Your screen is not a whole piece, but it is made up of small squares that are known as pixels. Okay, so move 10 steps is a very small number, but we needed this much number only for our game. Okay, so this was this much part only. It was very easy. Okay, so let's now come to the major part, that is running our program. Okay, so I'll keep my video off for a bit while and then I'll show you my game. Okay, so let's run it. Get it, go. So I'll tell you that I'm not good at this game, but I'll try to win it. Okay, so just for a moment I've turned on my video. See here, if I have kept my sprite here now. Okay, so now let's start my game now. Okay, so let's start it. Yeah, so now my game will be easily visible to you. Okay, so my sprite is here. I click the green flag, it comes to here because we have given glide one option, if you remember. Okay, glide block we have given for that particular purpose only. And even if it has not its direction is looking upwards, it is looking upwards. Why? Because we have given the direction as 0. So now let's continue. So like I'm now pressing the right arrow key on my keyboard, and I've pressed it once. Like I'll again show you. I will press it once and what will happen? I press it once and it moved 10 steps. So here from here you can see that how small is that a single pixel. Okay, so it covered 10 pixels when I clicked once. Okay, so I'll click it continuously. You can even change the key you want, okay, according to your purpose. So now I have pressed I'll press the up arrow key because I want to move in the upwards direction. I'll again press it again. Now I'll move it to the left direction, so I'll press the left arrow key again. Let's continue. I'm pressing it again, and that's why it is continuously moving. So now I'll be pressing the up arrow key again, and now the right arrow key. I'm very close to my goal. So now I'll press the up arrow key. I think I'll lose my game. I'll try it once. I'll move it a bit down, then left. Yes, you can. Oh, I lost the game. Okay, so this was my game. You can even try it making on your own. I'll surely love to see your games, but yeah, do share the link in the comment section so that I can see your games and review back to them. Okay, so I'll be surely giving out the name in the next video, whosoever shares his or her game in the comment section. Okay, so if you liked my video, please like my video and do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated. So stay tuned. Bye bye. See you with the next video and a new game. Bye.